Hey, bro, dudes. Hey, everybody, it's Jer. Um, okay, so start off. I have finished, well, I am near the end of chapter 10 on my writing, which puts me at about halfway through my book. So that's exciting, and that means I've almost made it through two chapters in the week since the last time I spoke to you here on the YouTube. Um, I want to do a video. Let's see here. How do we go about this? Um, Sometimes some people like to tell others how to live, and how they should do things. And um, it takes stepping back and really evaluating the whole situation instead of getting upset because someone who knows very little about you, who thinks they do, or who thinks they know the best way to live, is telling you how you should be living or what you should be doing. Um, I talk very openly about my life, the good, the bad, everything. I share it all. Um, some people think that that is wrong and that you shouldn't share your past and you shouldn't share the bad and you shouldn't talk about the negative and you shouldn't talk about feelings at all. And it took me a second, but I thought about it, and that is coming from a place that people think whenever you share your feelings, whether it be good or bad or whatever, that's less masculine or less manly, and you're less of a human for doing that. Um, and that comes from back in the day, a while back, uh, gay people, bi people, people who had to come out, um, had felt, some of them felt the need that they needed to act a certain way to not be too gay or not be too feminine. And so they put on an act that was, I'm masculine. I don't share my feelings. And if you share your feelings, you're not masculine and you're not manly. Arr, 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 arr. Okay, cool. No. um, Back then, you may have felt the need to be that way, but no, that's not healthy. If you feel like talking about your feelings, talk about your feelings. Be open about it. If you are comfortable enough to share experiences that might have been negative to help others who have to go through similar experiences, do that because it helps others. I don't see any benefit of holding in your feelings and just letting it fester inside of you. I don't see the benefit of that. I don't think, at least for me, staying in the negative nonstop is a good thing. But I think there's an in between, that you share the negative so that others can learn or be prepared for, if that happens to them or if it has happened to them, how to handle that. So, I think that it kind of goes to where it seems like with older gay bi men that they had this experience where they were forced to be a certain way, or they were put down or hurt by others. And that's still possible today. But we already have enough of that as it is from outside of the gay world, from outside of the LGBTQ community, to not be having to go through that from within inside the LGBTQ community. I am of the belief that my best life is lived openly with who I am. It took time to get to this place, but I live very openly with who I am, the person I am. And having someone online or anywhere else try to tell me that I'm doing it wrong, that you shouldn't wear a hat because it looks weird or looks bad, or you shouldn't shave your body, or you should have all this hair. If you shave your body, you're going to be feminine. If you keep this hair, you're going to be masculine. You should weigh this certain amount. You shouldn't be this skinny. You shouldn't be this fat. It feels like in some ways it became more extreme being open with who I am in the gay community, the LGBTQ community, than it was whenever before I was free with who I am, like being who I am. It felt like in some ways, by some people, and I think that a lot of people can relate to this, I was judged more harshly once in the LGBTQ community by LGBTQ community members, people in this community, than I ever would have been or ever have been by straight people. And I think that's sad. And I think that a lot of people are put in this very unhealthy position where they can't be themselves because they're told over and over again by whoever that, by random people, that sharing your feelings is feminine and you can't be feminine. And there's nothing wrong with being feminine either. There's nothing wrong with being yourself. Be yourself. And for anybody that tells you that you shouldn't be yourself, as long as you're not hurting others, be your damn self, because you only get this one life to live. After this, who knows what happens? But you have this moment, you have right now to live. Be yourself. Don't try to be something that someone else wants you to be, or that a group of people want you to be, or that, mainstream gay people will say, oh, well, you got to be this way to be masculine. No. Be yourself. Be yourself. And if you're one of those people that is trying to tell everyone else, or tell people who aren't asking for your advice, it's one thing if somebody comes to you and says, hey, how should I handle this? How should I be with this? Great. Give them your advice. They see something in you. They want that advice. Give it to them. It's another thing for people to be living their life, and for you, someone who doesn't know them completely, who has no place to tell them how they should be living their life, to step in and tell them how they should be living their life. Let them live. Let other people live the life that they were meant to live. Leave them alone. Let them live. I don't care how masculine, how feminine, how skinny, how large, how hairy, how smooth. If they wear a hat, if they don't wear a hat, if they wear cutoff shirts, if they don't wear a cutoff shirt, whatever they wear, whoever they are, I don't care. As long as they're not hurting others, leave them alone. Now, if you lived through a time where you were told that you can't be the person that you are, that you have to be this to be masculine, or you have to be this to be gay, or you have to be this, I'm sorry that you lived through that. I really am. But don't take that guilt and that punishment and that frustration for not being able to be who you are and put that on someone else. Don't pass that negative on to another generation. Instead, celebrate that people now get to live being who they are, as long as they're not hurting others, being who they are, being the great person that they get to be, the person they were born to be. Be thankful and celebrate that instead of putting them down and telling them, oh, well, in my generation, we didn't get to do this, or it's not masculine or manly to share your feelings. Who cares how masculine or how feminine something is? How masculine or how feminine someone is? Let them be themselves. Let them figure out what works for them without you sticking your nose in to tell them how they should be. Because you don't know how they should be. If they ask you for advice, give it. If they're asking for your mentorship, give it. If you have the time, give it. But by no means step in and tell other people online or in person or however you talk to people how they should be living. It's none of your damn business. Leave them alone. And if you're being told by someone else how you should be and that you're not good enough because you voice your opinions or because you share your feelings or because you wear certain clothes or you talk a certain way or you're too skinny or too large or too anything, buzz them out. Ignore them. Because you are special, you are made the way you are for a reason, for a purpose. And if you're listening to everybody else tell you how you're supposed to be, you're not able to live your purpose. And that is life lost. Don't let them steal your sunshine. Don't let them steal who you are by telling you how you should be without you ever asking them how you should be. Don't let anybody tell you that you're too masculine, too feminine, too gay, not gay enough. Don't let that in. Block it out and ignore those people. And if those people are a part of your life, it's time that you decide, should they stay a part of my life? Or are they negatively affecting me in an extreme way? And maybe they should be removed. Maybe they shouldn't be a part of my life, and I should look for more people who accept me for being who I am to come into my life and to love me and let me love them. Because you don't have to put up with that. You shouldn't have to put up with that. You don't have to put up with that. So don't. You deserve to be the person you were born to be. You deserve that. As much as everybody else gets a chance to live their life and make decisions about their life, you get that same opportunity. Don't let anybody steal that from you. Be masculine, be feminine, be gay, don't be gay with how you act. Because you really only get this time period that you're here. Make the most of it and make it better for others instead of taking your time to be negative towards others or telling them how they're too much of something or too little of something. Learn to accept others for who they are and love them in the place that they are without telling them that something's wrong with them. Because I guarantee you that most likely it's not them that has something wrong with them. And it's something internal with you that you need to work through, that you're going to people and telling them that they're not good the way they are. That's something with you that you need to work on. I'm telling you you're bad for it. I'm telling you that it's probably something with you that you need to work on instead of putting that out on others and telling them that they need to be a certain way. Because no, they deserve to live their life. You deserve to live your life. Take that energy and that time and learn to show love to others instead of telling people how they should be living their life. And I'm sure that you could, that there's something in your life that could be better, that you could make better, that you could put that energy towards. Put it towards that. Put that time and energy towards that instead of tearing others down and telling them that they're not what you think they should be. You're not God. You're not the ultimate being. So stop pretending like it. You know, if you want to give advice, start a podcast, start a YouTube channel. But individually picking out people and telling them what's wrong with them is not right. That's not cool. Don't do that. Putting it out there that you have to be ultra masculine or ultra gay or ultra femme or ultra whatever. No, nobody has to be. Let them be. Let them live their life. Okay. That was interesting. I feel that, you know, we're in this place right now in the gay community, in the LGBTQ community, that is sometimes ultra judging and ultra demanding. And no, we should be loving one another, should be lifting each other up. And I am focusing on that for me. And I hope you'll focus on that for you. And I hope that you'll focus on stepping away from anything or anybody that tells you that you're not good enough the way you are, or that tells you you need to change. The only person that should be telling you that you need to change is yourself, or anybody that you might be asking advice from. But for people to step in and tell you how to live your life is wrong. Don't listen to them. And if it's negative, remove that, because you don't need that. There's other things that you need to be focusing on. Love yourself, love others. Okay. That's all I got. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye. Mwah.